All right, here we are again, talking a little bit more about Glitchwalkers. This is One Last Midnight. 3 days ago, Joe put out a live stream where he streamed about 3.5 hours of Glitchwalkers, and during that stream, there's a lot of little stuff that came up. So I'm here to recap that stream for you and give you those tidbits of information that Joe put out. One of the things he was talking about at around the 45-minute mark was a possible update to the backpack.
People ask a lot for updates to the backpack. I think it could be a cool thing to consider in the future.
Now, that would be great. We've been asking for the update to the backpack since pre-alpha. Man, if they could pull it off, that would be amazing to be able to have different backpacks or something along those lines. It would be really cool if they could come up with something. At one point, somebody asked about the QTRTGS, and this was Joe's response.
There are QTRTGs on the in Aeolus, but they're hard to find. Very low spawn rate. So if you find one in your playthrough, you are #blessed for sure.
Yeah, in my playthrough, I never found a QTRTG. It just, I barely found anything in the POIs, to be honest with you. Nothing that was extremely valuable. I think I got a medium battery that I was ecstatic for. So some of these things that you find are pretty rare. There was a question from the community about what's coming up with Astroneer and what should we expect if there's going to be a roadmap. You can listen to Joe's response.
Actually, are we getting a roadmap update? We are. Okay, so roadmap will be early next year, but we are, and I'm working on this. I probably should have been working on this more today, but honestly, I was a bit fried, and I wanted to just chill. We're doing a month of Glitchwalkers event thing that's going on for the next, until the end of the year, basically. And I'll have a calendar with all the things that are happening, but we're gonna do another weekend. We're gonna kick off the we're gonna kick off the next event, the cheer event. We're gonna have a couple free cosmetics in the store. We're just gonna have a lot of stuff going on in game. I think we're gonna try and do a little quick community event, something fun there. We might do another extra live stream. We're just basically going to have things going on all rest of the year now that Glitchwalkers is out. And I think we're gonna kick it off with a weekend next weekend.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what they do for the next couple months with Glitchwalkers and the new content and stuff around it, and whatever the new LTE is going to be. That's going to be pretty cool. So definitely stay tuned for content from me, and then also content from System Era and stuff that's going to come out. And I'll tell you guys about the new stuff that they're going to post if they post a calendar or a roadmap or something like that. Joe also covered the question, why the new save? And you can hear him talk about that.
We had to make a new level because we're putting all this new stuff in it, and there's no way it would have worked in the previous level. It would have broken saves, it would have created all sorts of problems, and so we created 2 separate levels so that way we could continue maybe adding content to this one without being shackled by the old decisions we made with the base game. The reason why you can't bring stuff back and forth is because there's a new gameplay loop, a whole new gameplay progression. I'm doing it right now in Glitchwalkers, and that if you were able to bring things between them, it would have broken the whole progression. You could have just grabbed a whole bunch of nanocarbon alloy and QTRTGs and whatever, and come in here and just basically the content would have been pointless. That being said, if you don't want to if you want to just come in here and play creative mode and spawn in whatever you want, please do that and have fun doing that. But we wanted to create a new storyline to go along with the planet, and to do that, we kind of had to reset you in order to give you new gameplay. Otherwise, we just couldn't. We couldn't just design an update around you having everything and being able to just spawn in a bunch of awesome stuff right off the bat. So, I hope that explains why. If you want to read a better version of that answer, I also did it in a video last week, the Q&A video. But yeah, it was a somewhat of a creative decision, but mostly a technical decision.
Yeah, I totally get it. I mean, I totally understand. I think to a certain extent, Astroneer has kind of reached its boundaries of stuff that's been added to it. I don't know if that's true or not. It's just my personal opinion. But it feels like If they could add stuff easily, they would have been adding a lot more things. So the free content that we get is kind of small, which leads me to speculate that maybe it's not so easy to add new content in there. But I totally get why they did the new save. They needed to, like technical issues. For those of you Xbox players that are having issues, they have found it. I'll let Joe talk about it.
Made it. What's happening with the Xbox? Oh, I can give you guys an update. Okay, ready? Hold on. We're going full screen for this one. Give me a sec. You have to look at my face. Okay, I have an update from Sarah on the Xbox thing. So, the issue is specifically... Sorry, hold on. Let me move my... And also let me not die in game. The issue on Xbox right now is anyone who's having this issue, you are an awesome person. You know why? Because you bought the deluxe edition. Oh, you got an ad? All right, let me wait. Okay, cool. We're back. I can give you the update now. I'm gonna look into the screen. So, all of you who are having issues, it's because you're the most spectacular people when you decide to get the deluxe edition, which is both the cosmetics and the base game. And unfortunately, that for some reason that version is not working. And so, if you did that, thank you so much for doing that. But there is a bug with it, and we are looking into it in the background. We actually just confirmed this. QA confirmed that it's an issue with the deluxe bundle specifically. We've emailed Xbox and we're talking to them about it directly. I think what we're going to do is pause sales on the deluxe bundle for now until we get this resolved, and we're working on a fix for everyone who already has this. Cool? Does that make sense? Are we good? And if you're a person that ran into this issue, please confirm with me that you did get the deluxe edition, just so that way we can make sure that this is absolutely 100% the problem. But I do think that we have narrowed it down to that. So this sucks because I'm just like, oh my god, you're so great for giving us a little bit of extra moolah. But the way there's some bug on the Xbox side that's causing the base game entitlement to not work, although you're getting the cosmetics.
Yeah, I mean, so that's cool that they narrowed it down. I think it's more on the Xbox side than it is on the system era side. You know, some reason when you're making that purchase, it's not giving you the correct entitlement, so that's a little bit bizarre. But hopefully they get that nailed down really soon. Like I said, this came out 3 days ago, and I haven't. Well, I'm not on Xbox, so I haven't seen an update, but I haven't seen any notifications yet either. So maybe they're still working on it. And for those of you that were curious about dedicated servers, here's what Joe's response on that was.
Dedicated server support for Glitchwalkers is not out yet. It is a thing we are doing in a post-update launch. We currently are working on it. The story behind it was a little bit difficult, and there were a bunch of bugs with it before launch, so we decided to hold off. Oh my gosh, Clay. Perfect. So, DS is not fully supported at this time, but will be soon.
Well, I'm happy they're going to do something for dedicated server. I'm interested to see how that's all going to play out, to be honest with you, because yeah, how do you switch the game from Silva system to the Aeola system and that type of stuff? So there's some questions there on how that's all going to work, but hopefully when it comes out, they'll explain it to us. Joe talked about a possible new feature in Astroneer, and you need to remember when he talks about it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get it, but here it is.
Can I ask y'all a feature question while I'm here? So, I don't think we'll ever, not ever, but I think it would be a lot of work to set up like snapping to a grid for platforms. But how valuable do you think it would be if you could just grab a platform and go in the menu, click a setting that said like snap to, angles or something, and you could pick up a platform, and whenever you press the rotate button, it would just rotate like 45 degrees. Or like, somewhere in between there. 45, 45, 45, 45, 45 by just pressing the rotate. Right? Wouldn't that be useful? Lotus knows what I'm doing. Yeah, so it wouldn't snap. This is the specific thing. It would not snap to a grid like Valheim or something like that, but at the very least, you could align all of your platforms to the same angle when placing them. And then if you're putting one next to another one, you would have to still like manually place it, but you would know that they're on the same plane. And we could figure out the degrees, but oh yeah. Oh, I'm throwing so much. Yep. No align to other platforms. No. That's no good. We can't do that. That's very hard. Or I shouldn't say that. We can do that, but it would take way more time to do. But a thing we could probably do sooner is just give you the option to rotate the platforms on an angle, so that way you could like at least organize them a bit more. Okay.
Yeah, some sort of rotate would be good, so that everything is fixed to like the world, at different varying degrees. I think that would be useful in order to at least help line things up. It's not going to be a perfect solution. Snap to another platform would be the best solution, but it doesn't look like they're going to tackle that one. At any rate, that would be a neat feature to have. So here was another question that was posed by Joe about the lore.
Random question, since Jonathan's here. Would anyone be mad if we added the lore items from the previous LTEs into the Cheer LTE for people to get, so that way they could get cool lore and get caught up on some of the story that happened this year during the LTEs? They're like, I don't want to make people upset because they got the items and then like they feel exclusive, but I also want other people to see them. So as long as no one would be mad at that, I think it's a cool thing that we could do.
Yeah, I don't know. Personally, I don't think that they're the exclusive item. You get the mask and the palette and the visor as kind of the exclusive item for completing the LTE. I don't see lore as being one of those things. I see lore as just being separate. This should be a part of the game, and everybody should be able to have and get access and read the lore. So that's my opinion on it. And then Joe kind of finished recapping the stream with some leak information. One of them was a leak, and then the other one was some concept art.
I guess I didn't give you any leak. I gave you one leak today. That custom games is already kind of in, and that we're still like kind of working on it, but it is a thing that exists. There's our big beautiful boy. Wow. Looking like an absolute unit. This is some concept art for Frank. Before Frank, was in the comic. What a boy. What a beautiful boy.
So that's it. That's the recap of his 3.5-hour live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't already, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Would love to have you in the community. You want to follow me on any of my social media, you can find the links in the description below. And make sure to hit that notification bell. That way you know when I go live and when I post new videos. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.